Hello, everyone. My name's teacher Erin Leigh. Erin as in first name, Leigh as in middle name. We're like a middle name family. We just like throw middle names in there, and not just when you're in trouble, like affectionately. I don't think a lot of families do that. Affectionately, we use each other's middle names a lot. So I'm teacher Erin Leigh. Um, I'm just teacher Erin to my students because that's a lot to handle to do both names. But anyway, I am going to introduce myself today and to what I'm going to be putting on this channel to give back a little to the VIPKid community that helped me get started. I did have a coach and mentor when I started with VIPKid, but I did use YouTube videos a lot to figure out every little piece, the interview, the demo, how to set up my profile, the props. There's a YouTube video on everything that you could possibly need, and what you'll find is that there are different styles. What works for one teacher may not work for another, and so I took what I found in these YouTube videos and I started with that, and I've tweaked and adjusted basically every part of my setup and my style of teaching and the way that I use props and my strategy for teaching certain lessons and things has all adapted and changed over the past little over a year that I've been with VIPKid. So to introduce like kind of myself and my journey, I just want to put out this video and tell you what is to come as well. So I am 33 years old. I have lived in Central Florida my whole life, other than about 6 years after college, that I moved to Alabama with my ex-husband, and he was my high school sweetheart. And we moved up to Alabama, and I worked for Sherwin-Williams Paints. I was a manager very quickly. I promoted up to $1 million a year store. Yeah. And swung a lot of paint, as they say, in the paint business. And I did really great. And then I kind of lost it, divorced my husband, quit my job, and just started a new life. Hey, I'm not the first and last person that's ever done that. So I wound up going back to something I did in college, which was restaurants. And I became a restaurant manager and, very active jobs. I don't know if you've put that together, but between being a paint store manager and a restaurant manager, you're on your feet, you're moving, it's physical, and that suits me very well, that part of those jobs. And when I moved back to Florida, I met my now husband, Jeff, who works in a restaurant, manager and server, depending on the shift and the benefits to which he'd want to do. He's very good at what he does, and he's passionate about it. And I do respect that a lot. And I have found that I am passionate about and really enjoy teaching, which I knew that about myself actually. In high school, what a lot of people who know me don't know is that I was the vice president of the Future Educators of America Club on campus at my high school. But I was accepted to a very expensive private university, and I decided that teachers don't make enough. So I wasn't going to be an education major. So I went into the business school and I got a marketing major. So which is a great major to have because marketing is everything. I'm excellent at marketing myself, and I think that that's what I found most. So I applied that to jobs, even though I didn't go to work for like an ad agency or something. So anyway, so I met my husband when I moved back to Florida. I got a job in customer service and account management at a merchant services company. And it's a family-owned company. My best friend works with me. Her parents own the company. And when my son was born in June of 2018, and my maternity leave was up at 6 weeks, I got to bring him to work with me. My best friend had had her son 3 weeks earlier, and while we were pregnant, her parents decided that why don't we just hire, a nanny? We've got space, suites here in the office that aren't occupied. We'll turn it into a nursery and we'll hire someone and your kids can just come here with you. So there are 5 grandkids. 3 of them are my best friend's kids. 2 are her sister's kids that she doesn't work with us, but her kids, come. And then my son just we reap the benefits of them wanting their grandkids close. And so he got to come to work with me since he was a little tiny baby. And, I remember feeling guilty for not wanting to go back to work when that 6 weeks was up. And, people would be like, you get to bring him to work with you, like, suck it up. And I'm so appreciative of that. And it was amazing. I breastfed my son, and it took so much pressure off of like pumping and stuff to be able to go back and nurse him on my lunch break and at the end of the day and before I left him back there. And, it was amazing. But I still missed him. And I didn't want to miss anything. And I was, even though he was just a few rooms away, most of the day, I still wasn't the one caring for him all day. And that was when I realized that I think that I want to be a stay-at-home mom. And I never thought that would be me. I really didn't. Not that I looked down on it. I just didn't think that that would be something that I would want for whatever reason. And it was. And at the same time, we are a 2-income family, whether we like it or not. We both have to work. We both have to bring in money for this family. And I am someone that needs, not purpose. That's not the right word, because nothing has given me more purpose than being a mom. I feel like nothing in my life mattered, before I became a mom, honestly. So that's not the right word, but I need something else to do, and I want to be contributing to, our financial, situation. So anyway, I wasn't really looking for VIPKid, but VIPKid was looking for me. It showed up in my Facebook feed one day, and I looked at it a little, not like real hard, and I was like, that's interesting. And I think that, like most people, I thought, work from home job seems too good to be true. I'm thinking of, like direct marketing stuff, and, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would be legitimate. Who actually gets to work from home, and have a really good job. So I didn't give it much thought. And then I saw a friend of mine from college who took the same track as me. We had marketing classes together at Stetson. We both became Sherwin-Williams managers. We had a lot of the same path. And she was teaching with VIPKid. She was staying home with her son. Her husband was in the military. And so I reached out to her when I saw her post something about it. And I was like, tell me more, And the more we talked about it, the more I decided that this was going to be my side gig. I'm going to help bring in more money. I don't sleep anyway as it is, because my kid didn't sleep through the night until he was 14 months old. So I might as well, if I'm going to be up anyway, to be making some money. So I started teaching in December of 2018. About 6 months after my son was born, and I loved it instantly, and I was good at it instantly. A lot of teachers don't get bookings right away, and I was watching the YouTube videos, and they told me open all the slots, cast a wide net, because there's a lot of teachers, and you won't get any bookings at first if you don't open a ton. So I opened a ton of slots my first week that I could open slots, and I am sitting in a newbie workshop with VIPKid, which, by the way, all their workshops are free. You can attend as many of them as you want, and they're great. So I'm in one, and all of a sudden my phone is blowing up, notification after notification of all these classes that I'm booking. And I was like, I'm like in the chat, like on the workshop, like, guys, I'm freaking out. I have no idea what I'm doing. I didn't expect to book any classes. Now I have back-to-back ones. And I was frantic. And the mentor, or whatever you call them, that lead the workshop, said, you're going to do great. You're going to do great. Just, review the lesson, get your props ready, just smile and have fun. And I did. And I couldn't believe how quickly it became easy to do. At first, oh my God, I would spend like 30 minutes prepping for one class, and then you get used to it, and and then it's just fun. Really, it really is. I really enjoy teaching in general, but very much for VIPKid. And so I've been doing this for over a year now as a little side gig, and something happened. I just recently, I think, realized why I've just now decided to take this leap. I have a great job. I have a reliable, great job. My boss, the wife, it's a husband and wife, she makes us lunch every day for $10 a week, $2 a day. She brings lunch to my desk and I eat. I mean, and having my son there, it's a great job. But I don't have passion for customer service and credit card processing. I just don't. I like it, but it doesn't light me up. And in March of 2019, we lost my little brother at the age of 28 to Ewing sarcoma. It's a very rare, like, affects 200 people a year in this country. Pediatric bone cancer. Usually doesn't affect adults, but it did him. And after only 18 months of battling this vicious evil of a cancer, he was gone, and it was really fast. And we saw him not get to do, obviously, a lot of things. I mean, 28 years isn't enough years for anybody, but like specifically, like dying requests that he didn't make it to do. And when you lose somebody really close to you, you think about life and your life differently. And I think that a few of the things that it really changed in me, and I try to see this as a gift from my brother, is how I want to spend the precious moments that I have with my family, because he didn't get to spend any more with his daughter or his wife. And I want to take advantage of all the time that I can with mine. So I want to be at home with my son. I want to spend more time with my husband. Since he works in a restaurant, he's off all day Monday and usually all day Wednesday or Thursday. And we were at work. But now I'll be done teaching, in the morning before they're probably even moving. And then we can do stuff together. We'll have more time together as a family. And I can still make a great living. In fact, I have the potential pretty easily to make more with VIPKid than I am at my current job. It will take a little time. It won't be instant or overnight or anything, but I have the potential to do that, and that is what is really neat, is that it's a win-win-win. Are there risks? Absolutely. I am taking a leap of faith that since I've booked up all the slots I've opened part-time, that will happen when I open all the slots to do it full-time too, that I'll continue to gain more students, and that whatever worked to make, oh, my son is crying, I woke up. So we'll have to wrap this up a little bit. Because my husband just left for work. So that's why I'm doing this. So it's made me want to do something that I'm passionate about, that I'm making a difference in this world, because I am. Teaching English to kids, that's a big deal. But I'm also teaching them to be confident, to try to say a word, even if they don't know what it is, because you won't learn unless you try. And to think that learning is fun, because it is. So I'm teaching them that too, and that can carry with them through the rest of their education career and into the rest of their lives. So I am doing something meaningful and important, and I love that. And I get more time with my family, and I can make good money, and that lights me up. And I think that I want to honor, my brother, and make him proud. And I think he would be very proud of me taking a risk and taking a chance to do something that I love, and to have more time with my family while I do it. So that's a little bit about me and why I'm here. I put in my notice at the first of the year that I would work out January with no changes. And then beginning of February, I would start opening all the slots that I haven't been able to open working full time. And I would just kind of phase out of my job there. And they're very happy for me because they're wonderful people. And they said that I'll do great, and, everything. So, with Chinese New Year, the first couple weeks of February may still be a little strange. But I am going to open those slots. And, we may... maybe we'll go to Disney some. That's something that we did. We took my son for the first time just a month or so before my brother passed, to Disney for the first time. And he loved it. He loves Mickey. and Minnie. This is them at Animal Kingdom where they wear the safari gear. Look, he's holding Minnie's hand. He loves her so much. And, you know, it's, uh, we're going to spend some time, I'm just going to take advantage of even more time with each other while my schedule builds up once I start opening those slots. So I'm excited to take you along on this journey. It's really exciting, and I'm happy. I'm excited, and I want to share that with you. And I want to share what works for me, because like I said, what works for some teachers doesn't work for others. And some of the things that I started off doing, I found just weren't really me. So I'm just going to give you another way, another style, and maybe this will work for you. So we're going to cover a few things. I'm going to show you my classroom setup, and not just what you can see, but what you can't see here. I'm going to show you the props that I use, and they're fairly minimal because I use ManyCam when I teach, which, you know, then I can say, what is used to ask a question. So I use some digital props, and I can show you how that works. We can cover how to set up a great profile video and picture and your bio, and that will help you get bookings, and how to pass your demo class. And there are so many great things. Rewards. I am full of information that I can't wait to share, and it all helped me when I was getting started. And I hope that what I have to offer will help you, whether you have already started and you need to revamp or are looking for different ways to do things, or if you're just getting started. So down in the details, you'll have links and information. Reach out to me, comment. I love sharing myself, my struggles, my successes, because I think that it bonds and binds people to feel that we have shared experiences or things like that. And so I tend to be an open book. I tend to share a lot. I talk a lot. And I hope that you'll enjoy that. So subscribe, keep up with the videos that I'm posting coming up, and thank you for watching. Bye.